Hey, Buff Nation, the boss Mark Johnson, time for the Buffalo Stampede at home. JR Payne joining us from her place to talk a little bit about, well, you got a bunch of new kids I want to get to, and I know you had players in the fall. You and I have had a chance to talk about them individually, so let's kind of run down the list of the new Buffaloes we're going to see in 2000, I guess it's 2021, moving forward. How about Frida Foreman? Tell me about her. You had to go overseas to find this one. Tell us about Frida.
We did. Yeah, Frida is probably one of the most sort of well put together skilled players we've ever had an opportunity to recruit. She's got just an incredibly varied skill set. She's a 5'11" point guard. She can shoot the three deep range. She's got nice mid-range game, incredible court vision. I think in her last game, sort of before they shut all the games down, I think she went 6 for 6 from three and had 8 rebounds and 6 assists. But she's very much a student of the game. Her mom was a national team player in Denmark. Her dad was a national team coach in Denmark. And so she just comes with an incredibly high IQ and a tremendous skill set.
JR, I think fans are always interested, whether it's you or Tad, when you find a player from overseas, how do you coaches stumble upon them, and then how does recruitment work?
Yeah, the recruiting process is similar, other than that you just can't get out to see them as often. So we actually learned about Frida, a gentleman, a coach that we know in Denmark, sent me a message one night. And of course, with the time change, it was like the middle of the night when I got the message and said, "Hey, there's this young lady out here who I think you might be interested in." And sometimes in the middle of the night, I don't look at my messages, but I actually opened it. And I think it was like 3 a.m. or something. And I wrote him back immediately and said, yes, 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 I want this girl. How do I do it?
Well, JR, another signee for the fall, you didn't have to go that far for. Just out of the Springs is Kylie Blackston. Tell us about the Colorado product.
Yeah, Kylie is a tremendous young lady. When we first got to Colorado, our goal was really to recruit and try to sign the best players in the state. States that can really help us win a championship. And Kylie is that type of player. She's 6'4", will play on the perimeter, can shoot the ball. She's very, very skilled for her size. She's had to play inside a little bit, as most big players do in high school, but she's definitely a perimeter kid. She's excited to be able to play in front of her friends and family throughout her career, and really neat for us to have such a great player from the state of Colorado on our team.
All right, tell us about the last signee from this fall, Alyssa LaFontaine. Now, she's out of Texas, a 6-foot guard. What kind of player is she?
Oh man, Alyssa is our kind of player. Like, she's very tough. She's physical. She's gritty. She's kind of a thicker, stronger guard. One thing we love about Alyssa is she loves to defend. When you get on the phone with recruits, it's very few and far between when recruits say, "Oh, coach, I just love to play defense." So that was something that we loved about Alyssa. But she's a very tough, gritty player. Her skill set really reminds us of a younger Haley Smith, who, of course, Buff fans will remember as a really great basketball player for us. But Alyssa's going to do really well for this program.
That has got to be a phrase, number one, you don't hear very often, but number two, it's got to be just music to yours when a recruit says, "I love to play defense." That's a rarity there, JR.
Absolutely. In 20 years of coaching, I've probably only heard that a handful of times. But she's the type of player that'll slap the floor and get in a deep stance. And, she loves to be able to create offense with her defense. And because she's a big guard, and a big, thick, strong kid, she's going to be able to guard different positions and help us do some things defensively.
All right, now let's move to the spring. You've signed a couple here just recently, in fact. Madison Buford out of St. Louis, 5'9" guard. How about her?
Yeah, Maddie's great. The fun thing about signing players in the spring is that your team is pretty much set. And so while you get really, really excited about the players that you're bringing in, it's also really exciting to think of sort of how they fit in the puzzle. And I think we already have a great ball club, but Maddie's going to bring a real scoring threat that we don't necessarily have, in that she can score on 3 levels. She hit 20 more threes than anybody on our team last year. So she can really shoot the ball from deep. She can shoot off the bounce. Maddie's extremely competitive, which we love. And we've been trying to build into the culture of our program, someone that just will refuse to lose and will do anything it takes, to be successful and help her team win.
You've got an interesting player coming in, a transfer from Georgetown. She's a native of North Carolina, Tiana Jones, who was pretty highly regarded now coming out of high school. Tell us about how that
Yeah.
worked out. What kind of player she is.
Yeah, so we learned about Tayana, through the transfer portal, like a lot of places, and she played her first 2 years at Georgetown. And when we turned on the film, Tayana is sort of a prototypical player that we love. She's long, versatile, athletic, can do a lot of different things. I told her the other day, she reminds me of Satu Sabali a little bit from Oregon, in that she's so long. Can shoot the ball. She's got a really pretty game. It's very smooth. It's very finesse. She can handle the basketball, so she can do a lot of different things. We just need to put a little bit of weight on her. I've been laughing with her, saying we're going to put 10 pounds on, just as quick as we can, because she's pretty lean. But she's going to be a great perimeter player for us in time.
Hey, if you want, I've got 10 pounds I can give her. So
Yeah, me too, after this quarantine.
without question. Hey, before we let you go, too, you've got a recruited walk-on that you want to tell us about as well.
Yeah, we do. So Sophie Gerber is a young lady from Arizona, and she can just flat out shoot it. I mean, she's about 5'11", and took a visit to Colorado with her family. Her brother actually works for the men's program at UCLA, as a student worker. But she's great. She can flat out shoot it. She's a lefty. She actually came to some of our games at the end of the year in Los Angeles, and we were not shooting the ball very well, in those games. And after every game, she kind of had that look in her eyes like, "Oh, coach, it's okay. I'm coming. I'll help you guys with my 3-point shooting soon." So she's a great young lady. She'll be a good part of our team.
Outstanding. Looks like a great class of 6 there coming in for the Buffaloes this upcoming season. Yeah. Hey, before we let you go, we got to get an update. Are your daughters still taking you to task on the basketball court there in front of the house?
Yeah, they absolutely are. We finished our March Madness, so we did an entire round of 64 teams. Everyone will be glad to know the Buffs won a national championship on my driveway. Yep, good stuff. And so now we're hooked. Now we're going to go on to the WNBA. So we're going to fill out a complete bracket of playoffs for the WNBA. So I'll keep everybody posted.
I like it. Well, have fun with the girls there. Be safe. And looks like a great class. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We're sure excited. Go Buffs.
Head coach JR Payne, the head coach for the women's basketball program at the University of Colorado. I'm voice of the boss, Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us on the Buffalo Stampede at Home.